Hello friends, today in this video I will be doing a special section on how to solve a quadratic equation by using the quadratic formula, or which is popularly also known as Shreedharacharya's rule. So this also should be known that this quadratic formula, the other name for this is also Shreedharacharya's rule. So generally the quadratic equation is of the form ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0, right? Itu aman bishi method pa solve karibo paribo na. We can solve this in many ways. One is by factorization method, the other one is by completing the square methods, and then there are many other factorization methods with which we can solve this. But today in this video we will completely stick to quadratic formula. So, factorizing or finding the roots of or solving this quadratic equation by quadratic formula, or which we also call it as Shreedharacharya's rule. Okay, so amounts of generalization, as we all know, quadratic equation, every quadratic equation will have like two roots or two solutions. Both may be equal, both may be different, or sometimes they may not be equal, or the roots may not exist when the discriminant turns out to be less than 0. But we'll not discuss further on that. I will be bringing on other videos based on those topics. So here today we will just focus on how to solve a quadratic equation by using quadratic formula or Shreedharacharya's rule. So for that I'm picking out some questions from NCERT textbook, like the first question from exercise, the first question from exercise 4.3. From exercise 4.3, question number 1. Question number 1, the first question, that is 2x square minus 7x. 2x square minus 7x plus 3 equal to 0. So now what we will first do is we will comparing with the normal standard quadratic equation, that is ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0. So if we compare this equation with this equation, first check whether it's in the standard form or not, ax square bx plus c. Once you do that, you compare the coefficients of the terms ax square and 2x square. If you want, you can write like this, ax square and 2x square. So x square done. So what is a kiman hobo? We get 2. Similarly, or minus sign also don't ignore, okay? Next is minus this plus bx is equal to what? Minus 7x. Minus 7x. So x out. So what do we have there? B is minus 7. And of course c we can directly write, that is c is equal to how much? 3. So that's how we get the coefficients of the terms x square, x, and the constant term. And before we really proceed to the quadratic formula, amount first discriminant to align over, that is d is equal to b square minus 4ac. Because only after we know about the discriminant we should proceed, because if the roots do not exist, then there will be problems. So we have to, so that's going to be minus 7 square minus 4, a value into 3. So that is 7 square 49, minus 4 2s are 8, 8 3s are 24. So that's going to be how much? 25. So that's of course greater than 0. So since it is greater than 0, no problem. Please, I hope you have brought your pen and paper. Please start solving with me. So since d is greater than 0, we can easily proceed now. Roots are real and different. Roots are real and different. You can also write unequal, or you can also write distinct. All of them have the same meaning. Okay, so now let's use the quadratic formula. By quadratic formula, this is the quadratic formula. It says x is equal to minus b plus or minus root over of d divided by twice of a. So what does this quadratic formula does? Just like the other factorization method does for us. What does the other factorization method does? Finds out the factors. If it's about solution, it gives us a solution of that particular equation. So since it's a quadratic equation, it will help us in finding out the roots. Roots not solution. So it will help us in giving us the solution of the quadratic equation. Two solutions. So that's going to be minus b plus or minus root over of d by 2a. Plus minus now respective values to halibo. B I think the value was minus 7. So already minus as a formula. So b don't make sure that the value of b is also written independently. Okay, plus or minus root over of d was 25 into 2 times of a. I think the value of a was, since I rubbed it, I think it was 2. So I'll just continue here. So minus minus, that's going to be plus 7, x equal to minus minus plus 7, plus or minus. I'll keep it for now. Let me just continue. Square root of 25 will be 5 divided by 2 2s are 4. Okay. So now once that is done, we will separate them. So that is either one of the solution will be x equal to 7 plus, ekta minus 1 plus, another one minus, or x is equal to 7 minus 5 by 4. That's all. This, don't be confused with this side. It says one time plus, one time minus. So that's 7 plus 5, 12 by 4. That's going to be 4 3s are 12. This is 7 by 5, 2 by 4, that will be 1 by 2. So therefore the solution of the quadratic equations are, one is 3 and the other one is 1 by 2. Okay, so this is what we say quadratic formula. This is how we use a quadratic formula. We can do one more question, that is maybe this another question, that is the second question, that is 2x square plus x minus 4 equal to 0. Can you kindly compare and get the coefficients? Okay, can you kindly compare and get the coefficients? So as I mentioned, comparing the coefficients, what will we get? Comparing with ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0. What will be a? X square is 2x square, so x square done, so a is 2. What will be b? Bx is equal to, there only x, nothing means 1, okay? If you don't, 0, which you will do, that it will completely disappear, no? So it means 1. B equal to 1, and of course c value is how much? C value is minus 4. So let's find out the value of d first, that is b square minus 4ac. So b square, 1 square minus 4 into a into c. So that's 1 minus 4 2s are 8, 8 4s are 32, minus 32, minus minus plus. So that's plus 32, so that's 33. So definitely this is also greater than 0. So therefore, of course, the roots are real, right? I will not write that, I'll straight go to the formula, you can write it down. So therefore the roots are real and distinct or different or unequal. So by quadratic formula or Shreedharacharya's rule, what will happen? X will be equal to minus b plus or minus root over of d by 2a. Don't be in a hurry, please write down the values one by one. Plus minus root over of 33 by 2 into, what was the value of a? I think it was 4ac, yeah, it was 2. So with that said, we cannot solve because 33 root we cannot find out. So either, it's okay, let it be x equal to minus 1 plus root over of 33 divided by 4, or x is equal to minus 1 minus 1 time plus root over of 33 by 4. That's all, we cannot do anything here. So we just have to let it be as it is, no problem with that, don't worry about that. So that's how, that is what will be the equation for roots of the equation using quadratic formula. So it's as simple as that. Alright, so this is how we use the quadratic formula. This is called the Shreedharacharya. So I hope it was not very complicated. It's a very simple formula which helps us in giving the quadratic solutions to a quadratic equation. Okay? Alright then, so I hope you have liked this short video on this solution using quadratic formula. See you next time again in some other special video again. Okay, bye bye, till then, take care.